Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I have a few quick reminders. Please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps us spread the word, allowing us to continue to grow this community. Next, I'd like to introduce our Patreon group, where we have 3 weekly meetings. On Sundays, we have a meditation meeting. On Tuesdays, we have book club meeting. And on Thursdays, we have open topic discussions. These meetings take place at 6 p.m. CEST, so Amsterdam, Paris time. For my next announcement, I'd also like to introduce the Reparenting Daily journal, which you can find on Amazon. This journal follows along with the podcast, so each weekly and monthly themes are reflected in the journal. It provides space for you to keep your notes with plenty of extra resources on each topic to be discussed. It's an excellent tool, and if you purchase it, you can join our weekly meetings for free. Just send me an email and we'll get you linked in. For the last announcement, I'd like to introduce one of my most meaningful creative projects, a 3-volume series entitled Fairy Tales for Reparenting. Now, you might be wondering, why fairy tales? Aren't those just for kids? But through my personal healing journey and in studying the work of Carl Jung, Marie-Louise von Franz, and other spiritual and psychological traditions, I've come to see fairy tales as powerful symbolic maps for transformation. They carry deep, timeless wisdom, especially for those of us doing the hard work of reparenting ourselves. The series follows the structure of the hero's journey. Volume 1 explores the wounded child, stories of loss, betrayal, and innocence. Volume 3 is about the trials of endurance, cunning, and self-discovery. And Volume 3 is the return, stories of transformation, power, and wholeness. Each story is followed by journal prompts and space to reflect on how each story connects to your own inner healing journey. These are not just tales, they're tools. They're an invitation to connect with the part of you that still believes in magic and possibility and healing. You'll find both familiar classic and lesser-known stories from cultures around the world, offering you fresh insights and inspiration on your path. All 3 volumes are now available on Amazon. Your support means so much to me, not just for this project, but for the larger mission of helping myself and others reconnect inwardly. Reparenting is like nurturing a bonsai tree. It's not fast, it's not flashy, but with care, patience, and consistency, it will transform you. Thanks so much for being here and for supporting this work, and also for committing on your personal journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from the ACA Loving Parent Guidebook. We're reading from page 158 on mirror work. Just as a reminder, we're in August, and the theme is Healing the Inner Child. We're in week 3, which is August 15th until the 21st. And the theme for this week is Healing Inner Child Wounds. Mirror work. If someone lit up with genuine affection every time they saw you, you'd likely feel comfortable and trust that person. As loving parents, we want our inner child to feel the same comfort. Over time, mirror work helps us to create that foundation and leads to self-acceptance. It is said that the eyes are the reflection of the heart. A powerful way to get to know someone is to look at them in the eyes. What we see, joy, sadness, mistrust, can help us connect with what's happening inside them. The same is true for ourselves. You can set aside the time in your day to truly see and connect with the inner child. Mirror work gives your inner child the chance to receive your inner loving parent's attention, care, and love. Consider beginning each day by gently looking into your eyes in the mirror while saying a simple affirmation or greeting, such as "I love you" or "Good morning, little one." We learn a lot about who we are or who we were through the eye contact with our parents and caregivers. Harsh facial expressions, shaming statements, and abuse taught us to avoid eye contact with them and then ourselves. It's not unexpected then that what we first look into our eyes when doing mirror work Our critical parent might judge our appearance or judge the process. If this happens, it can be a powerful opportunity to set a boundary and ask a higher power for help. Help me see with my loving parents' eyes and heart. Mirror work can soften our hearts, allowing us to see ourselves and our innocent inner child in a more loving light. If we feel uncomfortable looking in the mirror, we can pause and remind ourselves we are not alone. We can reach out to a sponsor or fellow traveler to talk about our feelings. Respect your inner child's pace and rely on gentleness to guide your next steps. If you keep turning in, you'll eventually see your younger self as the precious being you hoped your parents would cherish. The following exercises will guide you in doing mirror work. Note that the exercises become progressively more intimate. I will read the instructions for mirror work preparation. Mirror work is an intimate exercise that requires our undivided attention. We recommend taking a few moments to center yourself through prayer, meditation, or whatever else will help you be present. You want to record that question in each exercise so that you can keep your focus on the mirror versus reading. General instructions. Find a quiet place with privacy. Prepare your space to make it less likely to be interrupted during the process after you begin. Mute your phone or turn it off. Inform your family or friends that you will be taking some private time to please refrain from knocking or interrupting. Our inner child needs our undivided attention in this process. Use a mirror large enough to show your face. Compact mirrors and cell phone's selfie camera, or a car mirror can be a creative way to practice when we're away from home. Stare gently into your eyes. This exercise isn't about scrutinizing your appearance, but making eye contact. Check that you could feel curious, compassionate, or calm, or connected to your inner child. If you feel otherwise, set a boundary with the intervening family member. I need you to step aside right now as I practice something new. Or not now. Stop when it feels right to you. Give yourself time to integrate the experience by taking a gentleness break afterwards. You might find it helpful to keep a journal nearby when doing mirror work, but journaling doesn't resonate with everyone. You might prefer to process your experience with a sponsor or a fellow traveler, or sit quietly with your inner child as a way to process what comes up and reaching out for help if needed. Thank you. That's the reading for today. Welcome back. This month's theme of reconnecting with the true self finds a deeply practical application in mirror work. When we look into our own eyes with intention, we're not just seeing a reflection. We are meeting a part of ourselves that has been waiting to be acknowledged, validated, and loved. In dysfunctional or unsafe childhoods, we learn to avoid eye contact because it often brought shame, criticism, or danger. Over time, this avoidance developed and extended inward, causing us to disconnect from our own inner gaze. Mirror work becomes a symbolic and physical act of returning home to ourselves. It invites us to see the truth without judgment and to replace the critical, dismissive voices of the past with the loving gaze of our own inner parent. This is a powerful way to rebuild trust with ourselves and reconnect with the part of us that has always been whole, even if hidden. Healing childhood wounds requires addressing the most subtle yet persistent injuries. The moments we felt unseen, dismissed, or unsafe in our own presence. Mirror work directly counters those wounds by giving us the gift we didn't receive, a steady, loving gaze that communicates safety and worthiness. For many survivors, looking at themselves without criticism feels foreign or even unsafe, because their mirror was a place where the inner critic lived. Today's practice reframes the mirror as a sacred meeting place, a space where we can witness our own innocence and humanity without fear, but consistently showing up To see ourselves in this gentle way, we retrain our nervous system to associate being seen with kindness as opposed to danger. This is not just emotional work, it's nervous system repair and identity or restoration. As we go into the journal prompts today, number 1, when you look into your own eyes, what feelings or thoughts come up first? Where do you feel them in your body? Number 2, how did your caregiver respond to your emotions or parent when you were a child? And how has that shaped your relationship with your reflection today? Number 3, imagine you are your own inner loving parent or your own loving parent. What would you say to your inner child as you look into the mirror right now? Thanks for being here. That's it for today. Take care and be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.